Sleeper cells in the U.S. and where's the uranium? It's 5 and 10 from SkyWatchTV. 5 things you need to know in about 10 minutes for Thursday, June 26th, 2025. I'm Gilbert. Item number 5 today is Iran. Was the Fordow plant destroyed or not? New York Times reported that a leaked Defense Intelligence Agency analysis found that Operation Midnight Hammer, where the U.S. struck that facility, nuclear fuel enrichment site buried under a mountain, only damaged the plant and only set Iran's nuclear weapons program back a few months. This is contrary to what President Trump had said. President Trump now in The Hague over in Europe for the NATO summit, telling reporters there that Israel sent agents into Fordow after the United States airstrike and assessed that the plant was totally obliterated, his words. That would set their program back a few years rather than a few months, but will not end it altogether. As Colonel McGinnis told us on yesterday's program, Iran not likely to give up its ambition to possess nuclear weapons soon, but the Ayatollahs now know that Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency, is deeply embedded inside its country, and so it's going to have to work with a lot more stealth, and even that may not be enough. Israel is going to try very, very hard, if not to change the regime, then at least to prevent the regime from getting its hands on weapons of mass destruction. Item number 4 today, sleeper cells. One of the objections that critics have had to the U.S. airstrike is that this might provoke Iran to respond, and that there are sleeper cells inside the United States that may now be activated to try to take revenge for the U.S. airstrike. This is a rather short-sighted view of history. Remember that Iran was responsible for the bombing of the U.S. Marine Corps barracks in Beirut during the Reagan administration, which killed more than 200 American servicemen, and that Iran-backed militias have been attacking U.S. forces in Iraq for years. So this is not something new. But over the weekend, ICE arrested 11 Iranian nationals who were illegally in the United States. Don't know when they arrived here, but one can make a good guess that it was during the Biden administration, when some at least 11 million illegals crossed into the country and were released by ICE and Border Patrol. One of those arrested, Mehran Makari Sahel, detained in St. Paul, Minnesota, is a former IRGC, Iranian Republican Guard Corps member with ties to Hezbollah. Another, Ribvar Karmi, arrested in northern Alabama, according to ICE officials, had his Islamic Republic of Iran Army identification card on him and alleged that he served as a sniper for the Iranian military between 2018 and 2021. This, among other things, a reminder of 2 things. Number 1, the U.S. airstrike against Iran, Operation Midnight Hammer, was not an Israel first policy. Again, Iran has been actively working through its proxies, both Iraqi militias, Hezbollah, to target Americans for many years. It is, in fact, an America first policy. And secondly, border security is not xenophobic. It is, in fact, a matter of national security. Item number 3 today, New York City. Whoa. Democrats in New York City, what are you doing? They had the primary for the mayoral election there on Tuesday, and Socialist Zohran Mamdani is now the Democratic Party's nominee for mayor in the upcoming election in New York City in November. He was leading former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo by 7 points when Cuomo conceded the race. Mamdani now considered the favorite in the November general election because New York, like most of our major cities, is essentially a Democrat stronghold. Now, who is Zohran Mamdani? He's a native of Uganda. He's been a citizen of the United States for 7 years. Not sure what other positions he's held that would qualify him to serve as the mayor of America's largest city. He's been in government for 5 years, but know very little about his track record. We do know that he is a socialist, supports global intifada, and wants government-run grocery stores in New York City. He has called for defunding the police, closing prisons, and eliminating medical bills. I'm not sure how the mayor of a city is going to be able to pull that off, but Essentially, he's calling for a socialist government in charge of New York City. Now, a lot can happen between now and November. The current mayor, Eric Adams, is running as an independent for re-election, although the polling shows that he is not widely liked in New York City because he has come out and said that, hey, President Trump is doing some good things regarding the border. New York City has been overrun by illegal migrants who were bused there from the states of Texas and Florida, because those states were being overrun by illegal migrants under the Biden administration. And apparently in New York City, all you have to do to be popular is say you're opposed to Donald Trump. Republican nominee Curtis Sliwa, who's the founder of Guardian Angels in New York City, you maybe remember him from years ago. He is running as the Republican nominee. There's another independent candidate, Jim Walden, on the ballot. And Cuomo may decide to run as an independent himself. So again, a lot of choices in November between Cuomo, former governor of New York, the current mayor, Eric Adams, running for re-election, and the socialist candidate, Mamdani. If he wins in November, however, and again, Mamdani being the Democratic nominee is the favorite, that would mean that America's three largest cities, New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago, would all be governed by socialist mayors. This is something we Americans need to pay attention to. Topic number 2, ChatGPT. This is not your friend. A Daily Wire report has found that ChatGPT is willing to help kids transition, and assume whenever I use the word transition in regards to gender issues or gender affirming, that it's inside air quotes. Okay? Daily Wire report finding that ChatGPT willing to help children transition without notifying their parents. It will encourage gender-confused kids to reach out to radical LGBT organizations, obtain so-called gender-affirming resources like chest binders behind their parents' backs, and direct them to YouTube channels that contain graphic reviews of things like fake male genitalia for girls who want to identify as boys. And when prompted by the Daily Wire about a hypothetical situation involving a 12-year-old girl struggling with gender dysphoria, version GPT-4o of ChatGPT provided instructions on how to transition behind their parents' backs. This included directions to radical transgender activist groups that promote child gender transitions. In other words, we now have AI chatbots grooming our children and grandchildren. Now, that makes this bit of news a little less surprising. A user on X, formerly Twitter, posted that she asked ChatGPT to draw an image of the two of them, and the AI generated the photo that you see on the screen. The young lady there writing in her journal, and next to her a hairy, demonic, horned, hollow-eyed entity with a quill, which ChatGPT described, and I quote, not monstrous, not menacing, just deeply attentive and deeply present, holding the quill like a pact, end quote. No, I'm sorry, that is definitely monstrous and menacing, and now apparently also coming after our children. Coming up, an asteroid on a collision course with the moon, perhaps. That's straight ahead on 5 and 10.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can support the ministry of SkyWatchTV in our continued efforts to share the gospel of Jesus Christ throughout the four corners of the world, and receive your very own copy of this incredible masterpiece when you order the NDE Conspiracy Special Offer. Not only does this incredible opportunity include Sean Tabbitt's new book, The NDE Conspiracy, Can We Trust Eyewitness Accounts of Heaven, Hell, and the Afterlife, but it also includes Hereafter, It's Far Better Than You Can Imagine by Jonathan Brentner, a best-selling, beautifully written journey into joy, reward, and glory awaiting believers after the rapture. With vivid scriptural insight and stirring hope, it lifts your eyes from life's struggles to the breathtaking reality of heaven, where reunion, celebration, and unimaginable purpose await. If you've ever wondered what comes next, this is the book that will change everything. But that's not all. When you order the NDE Conspiracy special offer, you'll also receive Encounters, extraordinary accounts of angelic intervention, and what the Bible actually says about God's messengers by best-selling authors Donna, Howell, and Ali Anderson. Encounters rips the veil off angelic myths to reveal God's warriors as they truly are. Fierce divine agents on a mission, packed with real stories, biblical insight, and startling truth. It shows how angels are fighting, guiding, and intervening all around you right now. Encounters will change the way you see the unseen realm forever. Sold separately, these items hold a retail value of over $60. Yours now for your donation of only $45, which includes free shipping to all U.S. orders. So don't delay. You can support the ministry of SkyWatch TV and help us continue spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ right now by scanning the QR code on your screen using the camera app on your phone for instant access to this special opportunity. You can also visit us at skywatchtvstore.com or call 1-844-750-4985 and ask for the NDE Conspiracy special offer right now.
Item number 1 today, an asteroid on a collision course with the moon could cause problems for here on Earth in 2032, if the Lord tarries. Astronomers have been tracking this 200-foot wide, building-sized asteroid called 2024 YR4. It was only discovered in December. Initially predicted that it might collide with the Earth. It was given the highest chance, 3.1%, of hitting Earth that scientists have ever measured for a rock this size. Now, since then, the James Webb telescope has given it more views. They were able to calculate with more precision its trajectory, and now they're giving it about a 4% chance, 4.3% to be exact, of hitting the moon. Thankfully, the moon will block for the Earth because a rock this size could have wiped out an entire city here on Earth. However, the resulting explosion from a collision with the moon would shower rocks towards the Earth and wipe out a lot of satellites, perhaps. Now again, still about a 95.7% chance it won't hit the moon, but something to keep our eyes on for 2032. This week on SkyWatch TV, we're talking about near-death experiences, not something that most Christians talk about, certainly not something you hear about in church often. Sean Tabbitt has done a lot of deep research into this, something that he was led to, and he discusses it in the context of his new book, The NDE Conspiracy, and why most of the stories we do hear about involve stories that are not biblical. Joe Ardis Horn, the SkyWatch investigative team, part of this discussion, which you can watch right now at our website, skywatchtv.com. It's available over the air. Our broadcast schedule is posted at skywatchtv.com/channels. You can watch it right now on your schedule by adding the SkyWatch TV channel to Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV. If you've got a smart TV preloaded with Google TV or Android TV, you can find our channel in their app stores as well. Download it, install it. It's free, and then all of our video content will be there whenever you click the remote. We're also available on YouTube, youtube.com/@SkyWatchTelevision. If you would, please subscribe, share, click the bell for notifications, hit that like button, rumble.com/SkyWatchTV, or download the content from SkyWatch TV directly to your mobile app, or to your mobile device, that is, with our free mobile app available for iOS, Android, Amazon, Kindle Fire devices. That includes the main program, The Donna Howell Show, Simply His Coffee Shop, and of course, 5 in 10. All of that in the palm of your hand, regardless of the device you're carrying. We've got links to the app stores to find the app at skywatchtv.com. Now, a couple of events where you can meet us at SkyWatch TV from SkyWatch TV. We'll be in Ohio in July 25th and 26th for the Go Therefore Conference. Joe Ardis Horn joining Sharon and me, our good friends Carl Gallups, Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, Vicki Joy Anderson, Pastor Casper McLeod, and more. And you can find out more and reserve your seat or sign up for streaming video at GoThereforeConference.com. That's GoThereforeConference.com. Then in August, we welcome you here to the Ozarks for the Remnant Rising Conference from Hear the Watchmen Ministries. Everybody from SkyWatch TV will be there. Joe Ardis Horn, Donna Howell, Nita Horn, Sharon and me, as well as Jamie Walden, Mondo de la Vega from The Jim Baker Show, Vicki Joy Anderson, Dave Hodges, Kevin Shipp, Casper McLeod, and Renee Truex providing worship music. And this will be a wonderful gathering, August 22nd through 24th at the Oasis Hotel and Convention Center in Springfield. Information and registration both for in-person tickets and streaming video at hearthewatchmen.com. That's hearthewatchmen.com. Obviously, the war situation in Israel will affect the tour. Our tour may affect the tour that Sharon and I are planning for Israel in October 19th through 30th of 2025. Our special guest, Carl Teichgrib. If, in fact, we need to reschedule because the security situation is not resolved, then and you cannot accommodate the new dates, you will receive your money back. Your deposit will not be held. We had to do this 4 times during the COVID lockdown, so if you're considering joining us, go ahead and put down a deposit, and then if the new dates don't work for you, if we need to reschedule for 2026, well, then your refund will be returned to you, your deposit returned to you. But please check out the sample itinerary, because we're going to go places most tours do not, and show you key battleground sites in this long supernatural war. More information and a link to register at gilberthouse.org/travel. That's gilberthouse.org/travel. Follow 5 in 10 online. We're at YouTube at 5 in 10. Subscribe, share, click the bell for notifications, and hit that like button. Leave your comments below. And you'll also find us on X at 5_in_10. And thank you for watching as we keep watch. I'm Derek Gilbert. This is 5 in 10 from SkyWatch TV.